Hello, students, teachers, parents, history nerds. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nutshelled History, where we lay out the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We continue with our Early America series by looking at colonial trade and government. Check below in the description for a fill-in-the-blanks worksheet that goes along with this video. All right, let's go. Under the theory of mercantilism, colonies existed to serve the economic needs of their parent country. The 13 colonies' only purposes were to get England rich. So, beginning in the 1650s, the English Parliament passed the first of several navigation acts to ensure that only England benefited from colonial trade. The laws required that shipments to and from the colonies had to travel in colonial or English ships. Colonies could sell tobacco, cotton, and other key products only to England and were banned from trading directly with any other nation or its colonies. These laws benefited the colonies in many ways by providing a secure market, yet many colonists resented the laws, which they felt limited the colonists' opportunities to make money. The raw materials from the French Caribbean were often cheaper than from the English, but the Parliament said, rules are rules. Many traders disobeyed the Navigation Acts and grew wealthy by smuggling. One colonial trade route was known as the Triangular Trade, a three-way trade between the American colonies, including the West Indies, Europe, and Africa. Ships from the Americas carried raw materials to Europe. Then, Europe would make cool things like textiles and guns, and the ships would take them to Africa and trade them for slaves. These ships then carried the slaves to the Americas. This part of the triangular trade route is known as the Middle Passage. It was horrible. The slave traders would pack as many slaves in the steerage as possible. Anywhere from 10 to 20% of the slaves would die during the voyage. Okay then, on a lighter note. In the colonies, the idea of representative government spread. One reason was because of the English Magna Carta. The Magna Carta was the first English document to limit the monarch's power and protect the rights of English subjects. The American colonists set up elected assemblies. In addition, colonial governments gave more white males the vote than the English government did. It still wasn't really that many. Colonial governments also followed the tradition of common law, which is law that comes from judges' past rulings and was independent from that made by the assemblies. Colonists gained still more rights in 1688 when Parliament removed King James II from the throne and replaced him with William and Mary. After this so-called Glorious Revolution, the new monarchs signed the English Bill of Rights. A Bill of Rights is a written list of freedoms that a government promises to protect. Among the rights protected by the English Bill of Rights was the right to a trial by jury. Not everyone enjoyed these protections, however. Women's rights were greatly restricted. African Americans and American Indians in the colonies had almost no rights. Recap time. Mercantilism was a thing back then, and only mama got the money. To make sure of that, rules were passed, but not everyone follows rules. Triangular trade sucked because it massively expanded the slave trade and was just horrible. Regarding government, the ideas of democracy and republicanism were growing, but mostly if you were a rich white dude. And that is the colonial trade and government nutshell. Thanks for stopping by Nutshelled History. Don't forget to go nuts on the like and subscribe buttons. Would you have followed the unfair rules? Let us know in the comments down below.